it again. Now that should complete all of these edge corner pairs. We've got an edge corner there, got an edge corner there, got an edge corner there, got an edge corner there. Now we go to the other side, and just like before, we have to trade them. Don't be deceived on this one, that our edges belong with the corner on the left. We made that decision when we started. We have to stick with it. It does not belong with this blue. The fact that they're in place is just a coincidence. So let's see if there's anything we can get before trading. I see a yellow back here that can go here. And I will just show you a little shortcut. If I turn my bottom just short of 180, and then back, that does the trade in a single step instead of having to do two. Okay, once again we have red here, but those are not paired up. That red does not belong with that blue, and we don't care what's off to our right. We only care what's off to our left. But this red is exactly opposite of this corner red, so once again we can do us a trade. Now we flip this bottom 180 and bring them back traded. Now when we get down to our last two to trade, I look at the bottom. Everything's intact. Go down here. Well, I'll go ahead and go through the moves. Just not take any shortcuts in our solution. Since we're going to be trading two corners to get this and this opposite so we can trade them, I need to make sure that I'm not breaking up. I don't want this position, because that'll be breaking up an edge from its left corner. So we use this position. Now these two will trade against those two. Run our move sequence. And now we're in a position that we can trade these two. We turn our right to the bottom and bring it back. That brings two of them from the bottom. Flip our bottom 180 and bring it back. Okay, that completes the top. Everyone's paired up with his left neighbor, but our bottom's in trouble. It has a 50% chance of being in trouble. The only thing we can do about that is take it all the way out of a square. So we're going to do our moves exactly opposite of what we did before. So you'll need to remember how we did those moves, how we got it out of a square, because you're going to have to reverse them. Now that we've gotten all six in place, now we give this a twist around one. Just once. If you twist it twice, you still won't be able to solve it. You need to twist it once. Now we split each of these down the middle. To get it back to a square, split this one down the middle, this one down the middle. Now this one, the shape splits down the middle one way, and this one splits down the middle the other way. This is one of the few cases where one side you're not splitting your set in half. Now this one splits down the middle, this one splits down the middle, and now we basically have to start over. So let's go getting all our corners to the top. We got 3. And it generally isn't hard to get the 4th. If you put the hole in the back here and the piece you want to pick up in the front, then when this one turns down, whoops, you want that one in the back. So you want the hole in the back and this piece in the back. You turn it down, they line up. You can bring it together. Okay, now it may be tempting to get a set of 2 in here and put it in place, but I'm going to do the set of 1 instead. So, because if you do 2, you'll be left with having to deal with our special situation where we have one edge that we need to bring. So I bring the single one up. Now those are opposite. They will stay opposite when we do our trade. I'll do my trade as so that these two trade against these two, get them opposite. Run through our motions. Okay, our trade's been completed. We'll position these so that they can go into position here. Give us a twist, readjust top and bottom. And now it's time to decide whether we're going to do left or right. Okay, this way, it doesn't matter. This one doesn't matter. This one isn't voting. This one isn't voting. This one doesn't matter. This one's voting left. This one's voting right. This one doesn't matter. So we have it's even. We can go either way. So just to make things different, I'm going to go right this time since I did left last time. So that means that this orange does not belong with this yellow. We have a yellow in the back that we can trade. So we will do our trade. Sometimes, this case we can get both of them in place. Sometimes you'll only get one in place when you do a trade. So we'll do our trade. Flip our bottom 180. Move it back. Okay, so yellow's in place, blue's in place, orange is in place, red's in place. Let's go to our opposite. Okay, orange is in place. This one is not. And its opposite being blue. Let's make sure that if we trade it, okay, blue is back there. When we trade it, that'll put this blue up against there. So once again, I'll take the liberty of showing you the shortcut way of doing it. Okay, that put those blues in place. Now these two are 90 apart, but if when traded, this yellow would pair up against there, and this red would pair up against this one on the right. Now when we trade, we need to make certain that our edge is off with the one on the right. If we trade these two against these two, they'll still be 90-degree apart. So let's move over to this direction. So when I trade these two with these two, then this yellow and that red will be 180 apart. So I turn it down, move to the left so I can split them up, move back to the right so I can trade them, move to the left so I can bring them back together, move to the right. Okay, these are 180 apart. Flip my bottom. Now, we use our trade to position our edges. Sometimes on our top we have to do it twice. But right now we've got a set that's all lined up. So whenever